2 because we were so popular before. We've got some more questions. Okay.
Yay.
So actually, first we'll start with a question from me because I have 4 bridesmaids and the person I'm marrying can only find 3 friends.
Who does that question go to?
Do you want to say that from a
Who wants to
photographer's
answer it? It's kind of a mix of people who could answer it.
Yeah.
There are no rules. Who said there were rules now? Like, everyone's breaking the rules and it's totally cool. Do what you want. Like, you don't want him to have to find some extra random person who's just going to be a token person for even numbers. The photos will be fine. The photos look amazing with your favorite people there, no matter what numbers we have. Like I have couples who have, 1 and 3 on the other side. And then I've had, a bride who had, her best man was a guy as well. So we had, 2 guys and the bride, 2 girls and a guy on one side. And then we had all guys on the other side. So it looks fine in photos. It looks fabulous. As long as you guys are having fun, the photos are amazing.
I like to see symmetry in the ceremony, but we can still do that by, no, it works. If the celebrant stands on the other side, then you've still got 4 on each side and the couple in the middle. So you can still have perfectly symmetrical during the ceremony by putting the celebrant on that size, and it just works out well too.
Just make sure the celebrant's wearing the same colours, and then it'll really work.
Blend in.
Or like a suit to match your partner and a tie.
And how does it look on a bridal table?
On the bridal table?
Yeah.
I've only ever had even numbers because I'm a bit like Cheryl. But sometimes if it's odd, they might have a parent that will come and sit with them. Otherwise, it doesn't really matter. It's your day. Why do you have to fit in a box with everyone else? It's your day. You're marrying your partner, and it should just be about you guys, not what everyone else wants to do.
An option might be to have a sweetheart table. Sorry. Another option might be to have a sweetheart table. So it's a table just for the couple, and then your odd numbered bridal party can sit with their partners.
We've had that more commonly with the styling lately. We've had quite a few sweetheart tables because it does solve that problem. So it's just you and your partner at the table, and it makes it a little bit easier.
I think it's fine. My best friend's daughter got married and had uneven numbers. When you're there at the wedding, is anybody really looking at the head table going, oh my God, there's an odd number on there? Like, no,
Cheryl,
I don't think so.
Cheryl, yeah.
Besides Cheryl and Mel, it's all fine. It's fine.
Sorry.
It's all good, Chels.
Okay, so another question. This is probably based more to Mel. How much champagne would I need for toast? So if I had like say 60 people, 70, 80, like how much champagne do I need? Do I just drink it all myself?
Find not a lot of my couples do a champagne toast. I find that it's not a popular thing to have champagne. They may just have it on their bar tab as an option for people to order. Some people that do it may just do a half a glass. So it's literally just to, say congratulations to you guys, do that toast and have that glass, and then that's it. But it just depends on your venue and if you're doing a bar tab or if it's like a drinks package as well, on what the costing and that would be. For me, I do a bar tab, so you get to choose whether you want to do that champagne toast and if you want those bottles included. You do have a BYO option as well with me for 4 bottles that some people might bring as something special for the bridal party as well.
Yeah. Okay. And so this is a popular question. What order should I run my reception? So from entering to leaving. Is there a certain way I should run it, or can I just tell you what I want to do?
For me, I generally take control of that from the bride because I have to coordinate with the kitchen and the chefs, and I have to coordinate additional bookings into our restaurant as well for the evening. So I, for example, would do like canapes at 5, do your formal entrance by like 10 to 6, do your entrees at 6. You can have some speeches in between entree and mains if you like, which breaks it up a little bit so you're not sitting there for so long with, 45 minutes worth of speeches. And then do your mains about 7. You can do maybe a few more speeches then, your cake cutting, first dance, and then pretty much continue on dancing for the rest of the night and have your dessert.
Okay, sounds good. I might just get that off you afterwards. Yeah, for my wedding.
No problem.
Can I add a little
Cool.
bit to that?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
the certain couples that don't have like the full photography throughout the whole night, it's sort of a trend that started in the States, but a lot of couples are opting to do when they do their grand entrance, to do their first dance on the entry as well. It's just over and done with. So sometimes that's an option. And then just to do a mock cutting of the cake, just so that your photographer can capture those things before they leave. Sometimes that's an option if you don't have the budget for photography throughout the entire night. Yeah, and also cake cutting often happens a little bit earlier than what most people expect too, especially if it's being served as dessert, because the kitchen need time to plate it and to cut it up and plate it.
Some venues are pretty flexible as well. So for myself, if I am doing a wedding with Romana, then we would coordinate those sort of things too. So if they've opted to do the mock cake cutting, the mock first dance, all of those things, then we'll coordinate that first while people are having canapes, so that your guests don't actually see what's going on, and then you still have that option to do your formal entrance, still get some photos of your cake cutting with your family, but we would then still take it away and cut it as your dessert as normal.
Yeah, it's all about communication between all the vendors, and like the more communication there is, the easier it flows through the night for you.
Definitely.
Yeah, cool. So I've got a cake question. If I need a whole layer of gluten free, is it safe to have this in tiers on top of other layers that aren't gluten free?
Well, it just depends if it's because if they're celiac or they're just, do you know what I mean? Like each cake layer, well, each of my cake layers are on their own little cake board. So they should not touch the next cake anyway, because they're, each tier's got their own pillars in it, then it's on a cake board. So it just really depends on the situation of the case of if they're just like to be gluten-free, or if they're just a bit gluten intolerant, or if they are celiac. It depends really on the situation. If it's just a few people, I also offer just to do like cupcakes to be served to the 3 people. So if there's only like 4 people at the wedding that are gluten-free, then you don't have to do a whole tier of it as gluten-free. You can just give them the cupcakes, serve them the cupcakes. That's another option as well. So,
mind you, your gluten-free cakes taste amazing.
Yeah, they are. They're pretty delicious. So, yeah. So it should be pretty safe to, it depends on each cake decorator and how they actually prepare their cake and stuff like that. So, yeah.
Okay, cool. And so is it better to order a round cake or a square cake?
Look, to be honest, it's totally up to what you want, like what you like the look of. So totally up to you, really. So whatever your preference is. Probably 95% of my cakes I do are round. I don't do a lot of square cakes. So I don't know what that reason is. Most people just go for round. So
Wedding ring is round.
yeah, and venues know how to cut a cake. Like they know how to cut a round cake. Well, they should know how to cut
We
a
have
round
chefs for a reason.
cake. Yes, that's right. So, yeah.